All right, Bob. Today we're going to talk
Sam.
about Sam. Yes, he's going to help for a short time here. Rhomboid pain, scapula pain. It's pain like in this area in the thoracic part of the back. The rhomboid muscle is actually connects the scapula to the spine, and they're shaped like a rhomboid, kind of a rectangle that's skewed a little bit. But this can be very misleading. People think it's the muscle, they think it's the scapula, and the origin of the pain oftentimes can be coming from the spine, so it gets mistreated and does not improve. So we're going to show you how you can do that properly.
Bob and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Okay, let's get to the biggest mistake first, Bob.
Big problem, Bill.
Right. The people, you'll feel that pain back in here, you know, in this area, and you think, we're going to stretch it out.
Right.
So the biggest mistake is if you think, well, maybe if I stretch my neck downward and maybe pull on it a little bit, you can feel that stretch.
Right.
Or take your arm across this way to try and stretch the muscles out. And you may stretch the muscles, you may get some relief, but you may make it worse because the pain is not from, there's a tight muscle there, but the muscle is just not tight for no reason. Often it's a time or a cause from
reacting.
It's what?
Reacting.
Reacting to poor posture.
Right.
That slumped over posture associated with working at the workstation.
So the stretching is making it worse.
Yeah, particularly with the neck. You want to get rid of that. So let's do the number one thing. I think you probably do this too as a therapist. Let's rule out the neck, because the neck oftentimes refers pain to that specific area. The muscles tighten up.
The problem is up in the neck, but it sends pain down to that area.
Yep. Called a referral pain, and it's not uncommon at all. So first thing I'd like you to do is check your range of motion of your neck. Sit with good, tall posture. First thing I want you to do is bring your chin out. I call this the gooseneck. See how it feels. Come back. Look to your right. Look to your left. Keep your shoulders still. And notice any pain. You know, maybe it's painful to the right, but not to the left, or you can go farther one way or the other. And then we're going to do a gentle chin tuck and then go backwards like this.
And quite often you'll be lacking going back.
Right. You may have some pain this way and this way, but oftentimes this is the worst pain.
That's the problem.
Yeah. And if that's the case, the chances of it being in your low neck are very high.
Right.
So we want to treat that first before we even start doing things with our mid-back. So the most common thing we do is, well, we got a couple of things. You're going to do chin tucks. And Bob, how many times have we mentioned this exercise over the last? Several thousand times, to say the least. But do that, and sometimes that alone can alleviate the symptoms.
Help.
And then you'll find that stretching backwards becomes easier. You may put your hands here.
Give a little support.
Yep. You may take a rolled up towel, put it around your neck, and do that. We have a number of videos on neck pain that will go into detail on this. Okay. The next thing is you can use a round ball like this, put it back here, and that just acts for some support up in your upper mid-back between the shoulder blades. And you can
adjust it up and down.
Yep, exactly. And now we can do that and do the same exercises with that. There gives a little more support, and it does work that upper back.
Again, these should all feel good.
Exactly.
Feel like they're working.
Right. If the pain feels like it's going more down into that area.
When you do these? No good.
If you do this and it feels like, oh, it's hurting more in the neck.
Right.
That's a good sign.
But less in the scapula.
Yep. So it's going up this way. We call it centralization. Now, if you do these exercises with your neck and it's like, oh, that's not doing anything.
Right.
Now your neck is clear. We're going to go to step number, the second step. Okay, Bob, so we cleared the neck. The next thing we're going to check on is that thoracic spine between the shoulder blades. And how do we get that to mobilize and free up to allow those muscles to relax? On the floor, you don't want to do this on the bed. You can take a tennis ball. Carpeted floor works the best. Lie that down there. You can use something harder. You could use a baseball, but it's pretty aggressive.
Or a lacrosse ball,
or a lacrosse
softball.
And I'm going to go right, not on the spine, but it's going to be just to the
Between the
side.
spine and the shoulder blade.
Right. And that happens to be right on the rhomboid.
Right.
And the nice thing about a tennis ball, it's not real hard, and you can roll on it back and forth like this, and you'll find the spot. And again, this is one of those things that may hurt while you're doing it when you first start, but it should be one of those feelings like it hurts so good. It's like, that hurts, but boy, I think it's doing the trick. And then you get done, and it's like, it did the trick.
Right. You could start with a towel over the ball, too.
Yep.
If it's uncomfortable.
Yep, just fold the towel up, and that'll help.
Right.
If you do have one of these balls like we used before, that can be helpful.
Sure.
And this, I will go right over my spine if you want. You do it
right. It's soft enough.
Where it feels good.
Right.
And you can roll. You can bring your arms up like this and arch over the back. Again, should feel good. If it does, you're right on. Work it for a minute or so. Arms up this way. Sometimes just one arm works. You have to kind of vary with this a little bit and work it out.
Experiment.
Yep.
So.
And all the way down here. And you will probably feel it cavitate or crack. You'll have pop, pop a little bit, and that's a good thing. If you happen to have a roller like this, I use one of these on a regular basis for maintenance.
Me too.
And I don't know about you, Bob, but I regularly get my back to crack with this. I did this morning already, so
yeah, me too.
I'm clear, but it just feels good. Oh, there we go. I got a little bit down in the lower. Okay, and you'll work this only a minute or two. You don't have to hang out on it for a real long time.
Fast.
Good. Now this one, Bob, is oftentimes forgotten about.
Right.
It's rotation. Maybe it's a problem with rotation of the thoracic spine between your shoulder blades.
Mid-back.
Yep. I think this is one of the best ways to address it. In a seated position, and actually, I would probably get a chair that was a little lower than this, but this is okay. We want to stabilize the pelvis from rotation.
Lock it in place.
Exactly. And
lock and load.
And then take a cane, a stick. I'm using the Booyah stick. You need something about 3 to 4 feet long at least, or longer. This is 5 feet, and that's not too flexible. Put it across your shoulders like this, behind your neck, and then put your hands like this. And what that does is it puts you in good posture. Okay, and then you're going to arch your back slightly, not extended, but in a neutral position, definitely not rounded. So get that straight, and then simply rotate one direction, like that.
And it shouldn't hurt.
Right. And then rotate the opposite direction. Now, if it is part of a rotational problem, you'll probably find one way is, well, that's okay. And then you go the other way and say, oh, my goodness, that kind of hurts. So what we're going to do is not force it, but go to the pain-free way and work it. And
take what the body gives you.
Yep, go the other way. And what you can do is you can actually bump into it and see how that feels, you know, the pain-free way.
A little overpressure.
Yep, a little bounce. There should be no pain. You're not creating pain. You're making it feel better. Then go back the painful way and see if you can gain on it. You know, sometimes you can actually combine the ball or the roller and work that and then come up and do this and have a combination and you get that spine loosened up. And then those muscles, those rhomboids start to relax. Life is good again and you can carry on with a normal life.
You're happy.
That's right. Good luck with your rhomboid, scapula, as well as anything else that you do. Be careful.